I've been out 3 years now, and I mean, everybody's reentry story is not without trial and tribulation, and it's really not what you go through, but how you react to those things. I had a bunch of labor jobs, and then I was blessed to work for PEP and give back, and now I've took what I learned and I started a couple businesses in the last 2 years already, and they were not massively successful. They were not easy to run like everybody makes it sound like, and I've learned from all those experiences, and I just moved back to Dallas 2 weeks ago, and I think I'm making more money right now than I ever have.
I own a credit repair business here in town. I've been engaged. I've been out 3.5 years. I worked for PEP for a year, raising money, made lots and lots of friends. I worked and still own or manage a space, own a space in a maker space like this down the road that doesn't have nearly as much cool stuff. But we use that space to make, 55,000 face shields during the pandemic. Sold those to a hospital system, donated one to every police and fireman in Dallas and Fort Worth. That made me a contestant for a $50,000 grant that a couple of PEP volunteers set us up, and won that with 75 other guys across the country, and we donated that to PEP. So.
I was very blessed when I got out. I really didn't know what I was going to do or what direction I was going to go. Bobby picked me up, and he mentioned an HVAC school that PEP had been plugged in with, and so I was like, hey, yeah, let's do it. I did it and graduated, and the day after I graduated, I had a job, and I worked there for maybe a year and a half. The bad thing was they got bought out. Big corporation things bought them, and as soon as they did that, everybody started bailing out, and I was like, well, what's going on here? I found out about a year later why everybody left. They didn't care about the employees or the customers, but it was all set up for the next job. You know, God set everything up the way it's supposed to work out. So I ended up finding another job at another HVAC company in Farmers Branch called Master Tech. The owner, he's a great guy. He's one owner, you know, it's like a mom and pop thing. He built it, and he's a great guy. He's very involved with and open with the employees, and he really cares about us. So I'm very glad that I got to go work for him, and that's what I'm doing now. Oh, and I stay at the O'Brien house, and I just manage the house.
I've been out a total of 8 months. I really like the PEP program and what it has offered to me. I'm currently employed at CDI, Custom Curbs, Adaptive Curbs. We make curbs for air conditioning units that sits on top of the buildings. McDonald's, Lennox, all the big time companies. I'm currently now working on trying to get my own business started, remodeling business. Supposed to be going to classes whenever they start, so I can extend my education and further my learning process. So I'm really proud to be in PEP.
I got out on June 22nd. I had a job on June 26th. I started working on June 27th. I started working for a small family-owned operated business called Miller Equipment Company. They took me under their wing because PEP, one of my brothers that was in PEP with me, he was leaving to go to Austin, and he got me the job. And my life caddy, Jeremy Jones, told me about it. So I got the job, and 7 months later, they hired me a helper to train him for my position, and they give me a promotion.
Come on.
Today, they give me the keys to $1 million company with the code to the door.
Wow. Come on.
Was released 5 years ago this month. Got out, went to O'Brien House, and stayed there for a while. Was also house manager and overlord, actually. And left there. I met my future wife, and we moved in with her, got married, and a year and a half later, got married, and bought a house in Grand Saline, Texas with 5 acres on it, which allowed me to have enough room to start my business. And with the help of Entree Capital, I was able to start that business. So, and it's been going good.
One of the main things that makes this program is the volunteers. And I'm not just saying this in the sales part, but I was actually used to work for PEP, so I've worked with a lot of the executive volunteers. And one of the things that I know that when I was at the Estes unit, the first class of the Estes unit, is the volunteers that came into the program helped so much with us being able to see that there's something better in life than what we always, I think we're selfish. You know, when we go into prison, it's because we were selfish. We did something that we weren't supposed to do because we wanted to do it. But one of the things that we learned on the inside with camaraderie with the brothers is that when you're around other people who change their lives because of people who care about you, you begin to change your life. And that's what happened to me.
I was released November 2019. Had a plan, but of course it was my plan and not the Lord's. So he forwarded me down to Austin to a company called Texas Home Improvement. Specialized in exterior remodeling, took a sales gig there, did well. So well that they decided to promote me, bring me up here to the Grapevine location, where myself and one of my colleagues, Mark Kelly, grew that office from 3.2 million a year to 7.5.
For many of you guys that don't know, I've kind of left to a new venture. I left PEP like 7 months ago, I believe. I'm now working for TD Industries. It's a commercial and kind of residential construction company and maintenance, upkeeping. I work at the Marshall Symphony Center in downtown Dallas. So I'm the central utility plant operator there. I really just, fix everything in that building from chillers, plumbing and electrical. It's been it's been great for me there. I've learned a lot. It's a great opportunity for me to grow there as well. I've missed a bunch of you guys. I'm always staying in touch with J-Mo and David and the guys there in at the office. I sometimes sneak. I see Riley and Brandon and Riley. And I hadn't lost my love for the program. I'm always staying in touch. For many of you guys, I probably was your in-prison manager. I think a life caddy. I was his life caddy there. So I've been out for 15 years. In May will be 15 years of my release. Okay. So I'll be getting off of parole here in May. I think my parole officer say April will be my last visit. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. I think I was blessed. I had the opportunity to work for PEP for maybe 10, 11 years. Since the beginning, I was involved since 2007 when I was inside. So it's been a blessing. It's been a great opportunity.